Good morning, everybody. I was lying in bed this morning and I was thinking how much I miss talking to you guys every single day. So I think I'm going to do more updates on this channel, just kind of personal vlogs, just talking and, running my mouth like I do. It is so pretty out here. Oh, let me show you. See? Living in Canada, the colder it is, the bluer the sky, but it's beautiful and sunny as long as you're staying inside. Lots of snow out there. We haven't been in our backyard for quite a while, but anyway. So I am just going to clean the mess that is my bedroom, because I know I've been doing all these organizing videos like I'm super slick dog and my house is spotless. But yeah, this is my room this morning. The bed's not been made. There's clothes over there that need to be put away. The vacuum's in here. The dog's bed's falling off. There's clothes drying on that rack. Yeah. And check out this beauty. I need some makeup on. So, yeah, I'm going to get that done. And I think I'll take you guys through most of my day. Oh, look, you can see my butt in the back there. Kind of. Wait. Whoop. No, maybe not. Just my back. No butt. But anyway, I'm going to get this face done, clean up this room, and I'll be back in a minute and just let you know or take you through my day and see how the day unfolds. Richard's mother has been very ill, so if you guys can send her lots of prayers and energy. She's 97 years young, has never been sick a day in her life, and then about 3 weeks ago she got some really bad pain in her right shoulder. And she could hardly breathe, so they took her to the emergency, and they couldn't figure out what it was, and they weren't sure if it was like a clot in her arm or what it was. But anyway, taking you to yesterday, it got way worse, and so they had to put her on a ventilator for breathing, so we were thinking, uh-oh, But I try to do as much as I can on this end to support Richard so that he can be up there. So, yeah, you should have seen me yesterday doing man jobs around the house. It's kind of fun when you don't do it all the time, like collecting all the garbage and washing down the garbage cans and all the stuff that he always does. Yeah, but I know that can get not fun real quick. You know what I mean? But I just want to be there and support him in as much as I can be on this end, and they're just going to go over a personal directive with her today. 97, I don't know how much heavy intervention you would want or in intrusive treatments, because the flip side of that is, I had a really long talk with Richard yesterday. It's like the reality of it is she's 97. And so if they have to go in and resuscitate her heart and crack her ribs and all of those horrible things just to keep her here for all of us isn't really fair to her. So, and we talked about that. You don't want her to suffer. You want her to be, hopefully, if she's going to survive this, then survive this. But if she's going to keep having these horrible breathing things, and if her heart fails and all of that, let her go. And so that's a hard conversation to have with someone, but, I don't have a hard time talking about that. And I think it's because life and death are so closely connected, and when you've waited for somebody to arrive here and also sat with somebody as they're leaving, the process is almost identical. If you've ever done that, you understand that just so as we're born, we also must cross over, So none of us want to see that happen, especially to our loved ones or to anyone. But my father passed away very suddenly. He had an embolism in his abdomen at 67 years old. And my father was a professional athlete. And so for that to happen to somebody like that, and then to make it even worse, his brother passed away 3 weeks later to the day of the exact same thing. Can you imagine? And he was the head ref for the NFL for all the Super Bowl games. Leo Miles, my uncle. So here's these two very athletic men, drop, you know. But sometimes I don't know if sudden is better than prolong. I don't know, because I've never lost a parent that's had to prolong. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, that's where we're at. So I'm just going to get this all cleaned up right now. Richard just had a doctor's appointment, so I want to have it cleaned up and not looking like a ragamuffin lives here. So when he comes home, at least your home can be, you know, a manifestation of just some peace in your nest. If you can't control things outside, at least when you come home, it's a safe haven for you. So that's what I'm going to do, and I will be back. I finally got my room clean. Actually, it didn't take that long. It was about half an hour to get everything. Just going to put the vacuum away. Even made the dog's bed and put his pet coyote to bed. The bed's made. And I have my makeup on too. There I am in the mirror, all made up. See? So I'm just about to take my plethora of medication for the morning, and I like to take it all in one shot because I don't want to dwell that I take it. So if I take them one at a time, it's like, oh, you have to take this pill for this and you have to take this pill for that, and I don't like to dwell on that. So just going to take them all, and that's what I do. That's done. Don't even think about it. It's like having a drink of water. So now I'm going to head downstairs. One thing while I was cleaning up, I realized we used to have a bench right where that towel rack is. That towel rack is a heated towel rack. You can see the plug-in right there. But while my grandsons are still little, I'm not plugging it in. It's wonderful when you're chilly and you get out of a hot bath and you wrap yourself in a hot towel or a hot shower. It's fantastic. But I sacrifice that because it always stays plugged in and I don't want them to get burnt. So I moved the bench that was there because the towel rack was here. Moved the bench that was there down by the front door because we weren't using it, and it's going to be great for my doula clients because they're quite pregnant and they can't sit down and put their shoes on. So it's given us lots more space right here from the tub. Here's the tub to the other part of the bathroom, so I really like that. So that's what I did today. So now I'm going to go downstairs and figure out what we're going to have for some lunch. So Richard decided he would like a tuna sandwich. I like tuna sandwiches when they're made, but I don't like, you know, I always think open up a can. I'm just lazy when it comes to that. I just want to eat what's there and eat it and get it done and be done with it. So I'm going to put Miracle Whip in it because it's not a sandwich without Miracle Whip in my opinion. And then my celery relish that I make every summer, it is, oh my goodness, the diggity bomb. And then we have some leftover salad here, just dry lettuce and stuff. Then I'm going to toast the bread and we're going to have some yummy tuna sandwiches. So here is my yummy tuna sandwich with the relish and the lettuce and stuff. That's really good. And my hot steaming cup of tea. And then I'm just looking on the internet. We had some Red River cereal this morning. It's like oatmeal, but it has a whole bunch of other grains in it. So I thought I'm going to make some cooked oatmeal, what do they call it? Leftover cooked oatmeal muffins. And so I just want to make sure I have everything. So I have the flour, brown sugar, baking powder, baking soda, butter, eggs, leftover oatmeal, a cup of raisins, and vanilla. Perfect, because I'm going to make these up and then I'm going to give them to Richard to take up to the hospital so that there's some snacks for people that are up there. So here's my yummy muffins. They look really good and they're cooled. I'm just going to have to use a little knife and get them out of the pan. I sprayed it really good, but they're nummy. So I'm just going to wrap them up and package them nice and give them to Richard because he's just getting ready to go. So these are all ready to go, and as you see, I've sampled them. They are really, really good. They're very chewy because of the Red River. Like there's lots of greens in it, but they're delicious and sweet with the raisins. So I thought if those are sitting in Richard's mom's room, and then anybody that comes in, they can help themselves. So I just got to give these to Richard before he heads out. So we just heard some pretty good news from Richard's sister. Trying to get the glare out of my eyeballs because I don't have glare-free glasses. There we go. Hello. We just heard from Richard's sister that his mom just took a turn for the better. They took her off the ventilator. And why do I have that thing in my eyeball? See those? Where's that light coming from? I don't get it. Oh well, take my glasses off. Anyway, that she took a little bit of a turn for the better, so that's really, really good. She, you know, sometimes when people are 97 years old, sometimes they have a really good day and then they slip back down, but you take the good with the bad. You know what I mean? So hopefully Richard will find his mom feeling much better. I heard that she was out of bed and walked a little bit and had something to eat and something to drink on her own. So that's fabulous news. I changed my lipstick from before. I didn't like the color. I don't like this one either. But it'll do. I did a full face of makeup today because I have a doula meeting tonight at 7:30, and so I always like to do my makeup earlier in the day, and then like when I get ready, and then at night all I have to do is redo my lipstick, and then it's not a big deal. So right now I was in a bit of a baking mode after I made those muffins. So I saw this recipe online, and it's called orange, let me see, cheesecake orange cream cheese bread. So it's like a pound cake with cream cheese. And a lady on YouTube was making it for a friend of hers who was also a YouTuber who passed away. And this was one of the recipes she wanted to try for on Pinterest. So as a dedication to her friend, she was making this recipe. So I thought, while I had all my stuff out, you know, it's so much easier to bake multiple things. Once you're baking one thing, leave all your stuff out. Prep your stuff, like a cup of flour, put it in the flour and leave everything to the side. And then if you want to bake something else, you don't have to go digging everything out again. You just go fill up your measuring cups and then put it all away when you're all done. So that's what I did. So I have my batter all mixed up in the bowl, and then there's a 1/4 cup of orange juice that you, well, there's a little bit of a rind in there, but you drizzle it over the pound cakes after they come out. You know, you poke them with a toothpick and then drizzle that all over. So I'm sure this will be yummy. And I'm going to have these ready in case, you know, I'm sure there'll be more family going up to the hospital. So if I can get 2 things baked at one time, that'll be awesome. And then I'll maybe keep half of the loaf and slice some of it tonight for our clients. I don't always offer them baking, but if I've been baking in the house and somebody walks in and it smells like baking, you know, it's kind of like, oh, it smells so good, but there's nothing there. So I will be sharing some with them. I've had enough carbs for today. I had my sandwich and I had that muffin. Although it was a little teeny muffin, it was one of the ones that didn't rise that well. I don't think that counts in the world of carbs. I still have had a lot of carbs. So I'm going to get these in the oven, and I have a couple more things to do today, so I better get crack-a-lackin'. So I just got my loaves in the pan and all my dishes cleaned up. So now I'm just going to get ready for my doula clients, and I'm going to make myself some chai tea like the authentic way on the stove. So the first thing I do for my clients is I always make sure this is out and ready. This is like coffee thermos things, but I just put hot water in it because I just serve them tea because they're pregnant and they're not supposed to drink coffee. So I'm just going to put some water in my door, and I always allow for them to come 15 minutes early. So I always make sure I'm dressed and ready at 1/4. Like tonight they're coming at 7:30, so by 7 I'll make sure that I'm all ready to go. Now I'm not going to turn that on. Wipe the kettle off. I'm not even going to plug it in yet. So that's ready. That will be filled by that. This is for my cold water. And what I do right now is I wash an orange off. I usually use an orange. In the summer, sometimes I use a mint or anything, actually. Any fruit is good because you really encourage, all of us should be drinking more water, but it's really hard. And you know, when women are pregnant, they're supposed to drink even more. So I try and encourage them by putting slices of fruit in the water. I just add the oranges around now, around 4:30 or so. Fill it up with cold water. And then I'll just put it in the fridge. Drink water. And even yourself, if you're not a water fan. My daughter's kids, especially her youngest, his drink of choice is water all the time. He always wants water. So I'll put that here, open the fridge. Hopefully there's a clean spot in the fridge to put this. Yes, there is. Good. Right there. And so that'll be nice and chilled and flavored by the time they get here. So check and check. So I just go through my house and make sure everything looks presentable. It's all clean. There's the bench that was in the bathroom. It has a few little stains on it, so I just draped that little throw over it. I think it'll look all right. So when they come in, it's all clean. There's Mr. Purse. So then I go downstairs and just make sure all the last minute things are done, because I hate doing that when people come. Make sure the bathroom's clean, shower's closed. Yes, it's all clean in here. I think this is one of those automatic. It is. This is one of those fake candles, so I'll light that just before they come. Bathroom's clean, check and check. This is the room where we have our meetings. So that's good. That pillow there belongs to the lady that's coming tonight. She left it here during prenatal classes. So I'm just going to make sure that she takes that home. Got to turn that lamp on. Oh, and this is all the cups ready to go for what I do is wash and dry them and leave them inside of a cupboard, and then just take the tea towel off and they're ready to go. And we might light a fire, I don't know. And then I have to make sure that the TV is on the right channel and DVD, so that our DVD, it shows our logo and it plays really pretty music, but it has to run through, it's a weird DVD, it kind of has to run through the entire DVD first. Let me just see. I think it's going to run, so we'll come back to make sure. Yes, we'll come back. I better turn that down because I don't want copyright issues, you know. Oh, I'll turn the light off in my craft room. I always close the door because this is a disaster in the making. I've been just playing around. I have a Smash book and I have never done it. And so I just thought, I was just watching, oh, what is her name? Music and Art? I think that's her YouTube name. And I just loved the way she was actually just taking quotes from magazines. And I had these, I was having kind of a, I've been having a bit of a difficult time with my medication and just things, it's out of my control. You know what I mean? So this was in our junk mail today. Yesterday it came with an American Express card. Leave your worries behind. Let's make it happen. And then this is a modern day serenity prayer. Dear higher self, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. The courage to change things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. So it is the serenity prayer, just condensed. And this was already on the page, those little kind of raindrops and that owl. So I just colored them. I sat here quietly coloring. It was kind of nice. And then the letters, I had used these letters for an art journal page, and I just took the random colors and wrote surrender. There was no extra R, so I traced it and colored it in. And then I just started doing some sketching. Now she looks kind of like a zombie, because I kept playing around with the eyes and the chalks and stuff. And then I had this idea for a painting I want to do of me, Richard, and Percy. So I did that. And then I tried another lady again on the other side and realized She needs bigger eyes and nicer lips. And then I just drew that. You know, I was just doodling. And then the words I am were on there. So this is how I was feeling last night. I'm strong, worried, scared, stressed, frustrated, tired, creative, and then I just wrote I am here. But that's how I was feeling last night. So I could add to that today. Productive. I feel productive, you know. So it's not exactly like a junk journal, but it's just quick doodling. And so yeah, I just thought I'm going to start using this Smashbook just because. Why not, hey? So that's why this is all like this. So I will just simply turn off the light and close the door. And so, oh, I always give it a spritz of air freshener. It's fun bringing you guys along with me as I get ready. It's kind of funny. So I just use the Walmart Mainstays stuff. You have to be careful which scent you get because some of them, oh, the fresh cotton or fresh linen ones are the nice ones. But some of them are like nasty. So I just give the room, just to give it a little fresh. And I have this beautiful poster up. Trust Earth. It should almost say trust life, you know? Draw upon your inner strength. Listen to your heart. You know, release the tension. Trust the process. It should almost say trust life, but it doesn't. Also there, no, if you're going to watch, that's the end of our logo. And then as soon as it ends, it has just this kind of a cover page. That's what I'm waiting to come on. So then I have to leave it on because otherwise it'll go through the whole. It's just funny the way my DVD player works. It's archaic. So, oh, this smells nice. This smell with the mix of baking upstairs. Nummy, nummy. Just spraying this in here. And of course, like all of you guys, I'm sure you have just your good towels. These I call them my doula towels, so everyone knows do not use them. Well, there's just me and Richard, so yeah, there it is. So see, it has our logo, and it's just, that's actually a photograph I took of my daughter, and you can see her holding. She was holding the curtains in our bedroom, and the light was coming in from the patio doors. And then there's a program in iMovie that has a curtain, so it almost looks like she's swaying behind the curtain. It just turns out perfectly. So we always have this really nice music with bubbly. You can hear it underneath while we meet with the clients. It's really calming. I love when clients come over just because my house is clean and it's really calming. It always smells nice, and yeah. So I am just about ready. Well, I am ready. So I'm going to go make me some chai tea. Check on my loaves. See how they're doing. Oh, they're doing good. 25 more minutes. And I'm going to make up some chai tea. And have time to put my feet up. So I'm going to put I'm going to do about 1.5 cups of tea, I think. Or maybe 2. Yeah, I'll put a cup of milk and a cup of water. I don't know if you guys have ever had chai, like the real deal chai tea. So let me get this right. That's about 2 cups there. And it's cooked on the stove. So I'm going to put that on. Then for your tea part, I spilled a little there. So this is just leftover. I have a big, really pretty jar full of it. It's like cinnamon sticks, cardamom, all kinds of really therapeutic teas. And my neighbor Laura makes it for me by like she fills this bag full. And then I put it in this jar, but I wanted to use what was left over in the bag. So I didn't actually fill it up. I put it, I filled up 1/2, you see? And then I love this tea, I don't know what they're called. You know, strainers, bubbles, I don't know what they're called. But anyway, this one has a clamp on the side of it. Love it. So I'll just place it down there, swirl it around. I got the milk, it'll come up to a little boil, and then you just add whatever sweetener you want, if you want sweetener. Oh, I want to show you this other one I got. I really like leaf teas. Look at this pretty one. I just got this the other day. It's just for individual cup, but you pull that thing off, fill it with tea, and then swirl it around, and then it sits in that cup to rest, and then you can come back and make yourself another cup of tea. It's so nice out today, even though it's getting to be evening. I have the window open. This is like open, that's the screen, and it's just so nice. We really appreciate when we get any weather that's warmer than -27 below, you know what I mean? But it just feels so nice to have some nice fresh air, and I actually heard some kind of animals chirping up there. Don't know if they were birds, but they were something. Oh, I wanted to show you guys the coolest thing that I found on Pinterest, and I showed it to Richard, and we're totally going to do it. It's called the 52-week money challenge. So on week 1, you put in $1, and so your balance is $1. And so on. And so week 2, you put in $2. Week 3, you put in $3. And by the time you get to 52 weeks, you have saved $1,378. I'll put the link to this exact spot in the down bar. It is so cool. So Richard had this old bank. It's like a pocket change thing, but the bottom always slides, and we don't want it to be easy for us to get the money out. So I am going to glue that shut with the glue gun. Okay, I glued the bottom shut, and I also glued the sort of chart on the back of it. So what I'm going to do, we wanted it to have started from January, the first week in January. So we are right now in the 3rd week of January. Whoops, excuse my hand. So week 1 was $1. That's right. Week 2 is $2, so $1 plus $2 is $3. And now we are on week 3. So week 3 you add $3, and $3 is $3 is $6. So we're going to do it every Friday, and today's Friday. Oops. It's hard to believe, but that is going to be $1,000 in 49 weeks only. Isn't that cool? So there you go. So I'm going to pour my chai into my nice cup. And I'm going to take it upstairs. Oh, wow, it's just enough. Some of it must have boiled off, because that doesn't seem like 2 cups. But even if it is, who cares? So I'm up here, and I've got my Kobo, and I do a little reading, enjoy my tea. And look, we're right back where we started this morning. Remember when it was really bright and sunny? And look at the sunset. Way over yonder. You can see the sun setting. It's very pretty. So thanks for hanging out with me today and spending a day in the life with me. And Richard, even though he wasn't here, he was here. He just was around doing things. And please remember to pray for his mom if you can. And let me know if you kind of like these day in the life videos. I am not that exciting of a person, so it might be kind of boring to sit there and watch what I do in my life. It's like, really, yawn, bore. But if you're interested, let me know. No, I might do them maybe once a week or something. I really kind of miss you guys, and so this is what this fabulous and fierce lady is doing too. And then all I have to do is change my clothes for 7:30, and yeah. And yes, we are having supper. If people are wondering, she's doing all that baking, do those people eat? Yes, we're going to have supper. I made it last night. It's really good. It is curry chickpea pasta, so it's vegetarian. Oh, talk about deliciously nummy, 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 nummy. And so yeah, we're going to have that for supper. So it's already ready. I made it yesterday. So we'll see you next time, and I hope you guys all had a beautiful, beautiful day, and thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.